Okay, so this tutorial we're going to talk about finding the longest prefix, the longest shared common prefix among an array of strings. So again, we're going to loop through all these strings in an array, and through each one, we're going to compare them. We're going to compare them to a prefix. And then when we get to the one that's the longest, we're gonna pop out and say, this is the longest prefix, shared prefix among all these strings in this array. So we're gonna start off by doing this. I'm gonna make an extension on collections, which is the same as array, right? But where iterator.elements, where your element is equal to a string. Why? Because we want to reference an array of strings, particularly. That's what we want. So, and we can go into all why later, but we are dealing with an array of strings, so we're going to do this. So I'm going to say find longest prefix. Find longest prefix, right? And this is an array, right? And this returns a string. The longest prefix is a string, and we're going to say, so again, we're going to have, in order to come out with the best prefix, we're going to have to compare prefixes, right? So we're going to just have to say var prefix, right, equals, and then we'll say var best prefix, right? Trust me. And then you can use this logic in other types of things where you have to find um, common substrings in an array of strings, right? So I'm gonna say guard. I'm just gonna pick a string, right? The most sure one, the first element in the array. Let's um first word equal um array. The first word is self, right? Self dot, and there is a first property of an array, which is the first one in there. Yeah. Anyway, as string else, and I'm going to say return empty string, right? However, so if there isn't a first word, we just turn an empty string. That's it. There has to be a first word or a first element in this array, a first string in this array. So now we're going to say for character in first word, okay, we're going to say prefix dot append, because this is an array, right? Prefix dot append character, right? And then we're going to say for word in self. So this is looking at one of the words, one of the items in the array, right? And we're going to say if the word doesn't have a prefix, or if the word doesn't have this prefix as its prefix, then we're going to return best prefix. And we're gonna set that up too. Word, right? Dot has prefix is a method of the array that has prefix, and this is word No, not, I mean, prefix, right? So word doesn't have prefix, then we're going to say return best prefix, right? Then we're going to come out here outside of this, right? And best prefix is equal to prefix, right? Then we'll return best prefix. And that is it. This logic right here, we can use over and over again to find a common substring in an array of strings. So let's do this right here, right? We're gonna have this. Um, last man, LA man, law, man. Okay. And then we're gonna say find longest prefix, and it should be LA, which it is. And that's it. On to the next.